you understand?
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Jones, and welcome to the Tony Jones Show.
It's not enough. People are willing to take the risk. It's just sort of a herd mentality, a lemming-like mentality. If you don't go with the flow, you're anti-American and therefore a suspect.
The Tony Jones Show, featuring punk, rockabilly, psychobilly, and Providence, Rhode Island's finest, starts right now.
He's a dangerous militia member, I hear. Oh, and there she blows.
Friends, the time for mediocrity in broadcasting is over. My name is Tony Jones, and you are tuned in to the Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and rock. With me in studio, he is my former weekly and now occasional co-host, Mr. George Garner. George, good evening.
Good evening.
Starting off with a little Misfits for you off of Project 1950, the newest version where they have added tunes. Make sure you check that out from our friends over at Misfits Records. Just a steady stream of great music coming out from our friends at Misfits Records. If you're a fan of not just albums, but those guys have vinyl, they have toys, they have all the great stuff that all of us geezer teens, as everybody in this studio is, and most of the people we're associated with are, they have the great stuff that we all love. And,
yeah, but not just us, though. Those vinyl toys and that vinyl is making a resurgence among the young.
It's funny. You know, there's an algorithm to it, all right? When I was into stuff like that, it was cool. And then it became lame for a little while, but I was still into it. And now I wrote it out, and it's cool again. So by default, I am cool again. I love when that happens.
Yes, we have become back. We have become trendy.
Huge event last night. I want to thank you all for being a part of it. Of course, we celebrated the Rhode Island Free Radio anniversary, and I got to have a big tip of the hat, or a big tip, a big cheers of the Narragansett beer can is a little bit more in order, to DJ Psycho Eddie from My Night Out Radio, who took the lead on the event. And, you know, we sat in this very studio, and I wanted to do the anniversary party, and I was absolutely swamped. And I said, you know, DJ Psycho Eddie, would you be interested in taking the lead on said party, and that he did a fantastic night with the Nymphadels. Chris Hansen and John Tierney opened up. They did their acoustic act. Then we heard from the Sugar Cones, who this was their only their second show, and it was their first show in Providence, and they absolutely tore the roof off the place. The Sugar Cones have members of just various different great bands from the area, including Melissa Bellarosa. She's the guitar player, the lead singer, and then Jay from For the Love of Sloan's in there. So it's a new band with experienced musicians, and they absolutely blew the roof off of Firehouse 13 last night. And then ending out the night was some good old-fashioned metal. Now, George, you know I'm not a huge metal guy.
No, but
However,
I think you're a larger metal fan than you let on.
Yeah. Now, I'm not a huge metal guy, but Whiskey Fire last night absolutely killed it at Firehouse 13. They had my decrepit old you-know-what banging my head to, and again, younger kids, but they had this older metal sound to them.
All right, so what you're trying to tell me is that you only like really good metal.
Yeah, I guess so. Which, by the way, I was doing some, speaking of really good older metal, I was just doing some peeping into what is potentially going to be the last Black Sabbath tour. And, George, a road trip or potentially a train trip may be in order, because it looks like the closest they'll be coming for us here locally is Madison Square Garden.
Okay, now it's already not going to be the complete original lineup of Black Sabbath.
Right. No Geezer Butler.
No Geezer Butler either.
I mean, no
Bill Ward.
No Bill Ward.
Bill Ward is.
I always get those two guys confused.
Yeah, no. Drummer Bill Ward is, he's made a lot of excuses, but the bottom line is that his health is failing and he's not able to do it.
Chances are he's not going to be up to it even by 2016.
Right.
Now we are in just. You guys all know that I take frequent trips to New York. The great option we have here is that, of course, Madison Square Garden is in walking distance of the train station. So we hop on the train here in Providence, and in a couple hours, we're at Madison Square Garden.
Right.
And you can mosey on over to the show. Then usually I'll mosey on over to a couple of food trucks, and then I'll hop back on the train. And before you know it, I'm back here in Little Rhodey. So that may be an option.
Yeah, as long as we don't go too early, because a couple of people of our acquaintance have managed to find a way to get bored in the middle of New York City.
This sucks.
Not us. Not us.
That's true. And, I mean, I can't ever, even the time that I actually ended up getting, like, heat exhaustion, I could never remember having a bad trip to New York City.
Never.
It's not possible. Well, not possible for us at least. So basically, tonight's show, George and I will be talking with you a little bit, but mostly we're going to concentrate on the local music, which is what we do here on the Tony Jones Show and on Rhode Island Free Radio. Speaking of local music, I want to thank last week's guest, Frankie B. Washington, great comic artist, and J.L. Metcalf. I'm working my way. Now, I don't have a ton of free time, but in my luxurious free time, I am working my way through J.L. Metcalf's latest release, and it's great to see these artists really putting just great work out there. And next week, in this very studio, one of our favorites, the Magunks, will be here. They have some huge shows coming up. They're going to be opening for Teenage Bottle Rocket in a few weeks' time. They have some new shows coming up. They have some new music coming up. So the Magunks, always a good time when the Magunks come by. Now, the Magunks are one of the only band, I think, that have followed us from every studio. So this will be their first time here in this studio, but they have been in the WBOB studios with me. They have been at WARL with me. They have been at WALE with me. They have been with me in every station that I've been fired from. And now they'll be with me here in the Rhode Island Free Radio studios.
Right. A studio that we cannot be fired from because this is ours.
That's the good thing about having a studio located in a building where they're just happy to have paying tenants. Do what you want. Don't break the place down. Don't burn the place down. And pay the rent. But speaking of the Sugar Cones who played last night, unfortunately, and I can't wait to get some recorded Sugar Cones music, but in the meantime, Melissa Bellarosa, lead singer, guitar player of the Sugar Cones, also was in Melissa and the Liberators, and that's who we'll hear right now. This song is all used up right here on the Tony Jones Show, Rhode Island Free Radio.org.
Isn't it divine? Isn't it pretty with the rose-colored glasses on? Oh, 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 all used up, ain't got nothing left. All used up, ain't got nothing left. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it divine? Isn't it pretty with the rose-colored glasses on? Isn't it pretty? Isn't it divine? Isn't it pretty with the rose-colored glasses?
Melissa and the Liberators right here on the Tony Jones Show. Melissa Villarosa, currently of the Sugar Cones, who played last night for the Rhode Island Free Radio anniversary party. Tony Jones here. You're tuned into the Tony Jones Show online at TonyJones.org, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. Check in with me there. And, of course, check in with me on the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. In studio with me, my co-host, Mr. George Garner. George, good evening.
Good evening.
Heck of a time last night. Unfortunately, you know, being internet radio superstars and alternative media members doesn't exactly pay the bills. So George Garner had to miss last night's events, but you would have loved Whiskey Fire.
I know I would have.
And
I would have loved the whole event. Thanks for rubbing it in at this late date.
This show before, it was one of those nights where there were a ton of crazy things going on all over town.
Right, which is the only problem with being celebrities in our own right, as well as internationally known musicians and talk show personalities. We don't get to go to as many of these things as we would like to. Never mind, trying to pay the bills, but we just have too many things going on ourselves to be able to get to all the events we want to.
I'm just happy that nobody chose to go to the Jay Giles band as opposed to our event. That would have been insulting.